Good evening and welcome back. Before you continue with anything else today, I want you to pause for just a moment and listen closely, because what I'm about to share may change the way you live the next chapter of your life. Not someday, not when things get worse. I mean starting today, starting this week, with choices that are simple, practical, and completely within your control. Welcome to the channel where we take science-backed research on longevity, healthy aging, and senior wellness, and turn it into clear guidance you can actually use in real life. After more than 20 years working as a physician focused on geriatric medicine and longevity, I have sat across from thousands of men and women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. Many of them were doing their best. They were not careless, they were not lazy, they loved their families, they wanted to stay independent, and they wanted to enjoy the years they had earned. But over and over again, I saw the same hidden habits quietly working against them. These habits did not look dangerous. In fact, many of them looked completely normal, but slowly they were stealing energy, weakening muscles, clouding memory, increasing fall risk, and taking away the confidence that every older adult deserves to keep. Today, we are going to change that. A large long-term aging study following older adults between 60 and 85 showed a powerful pattern. When seniors removed only a few daily habits that were harming their bodies, their risk of physical decline dropped sharply, their thinking stayed clearer, and their quality of life improved dramatically. The most encouraging part is this: many of these changes happened after age 70, so please hear me clearly. It is not too late. Your body is still listening, your brain is still adapting, your muscles are still capable of responding. Aging is real, but decline is not always destiny. I want to speak directly to you for a moment. Maybe you have noticed your energy is lower than it used to be. Maybe your knees feel stiff in the morning. Maybe your balance is not as steady. Maybe your memory feels a little slower. And even though you do not say it out loud, it worries you. I understand that fear. I have seen it in the eyes of many patients. But much of what people call just getting old is actually the result of daily patterns repeated for years. And the good news is that patterns can be changed. Before we begin, I want to tell you this. The number one habit on today's list is something almost every senior does in the morning without thinking. It feels harmless. It feels comforting. Most doctors never mention it, but for many older adults it may be quietly weakening metabolism, stiffening joints, lowering energy, and increasing long-term health risks. So stay with me all the way to number one because it may surprise you. And before we start, write your age in the comments and tell me one health habit you are proud of. Maybe you walk every day. Maybe you cook at home. Maybe you stopped smoking, lowered your sugar, or finally started stretching. Your comment may encourage someone else who needs that push today. Now let's begin. We are counting down from number 7 to number 1, from important to potentially life-changing. Number 7, eating 3 large meals a day. For most of our lives, we were taught that a normal day means breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 full meals, a big plate, a full stomach. That sounds sensible, and for younger adults, it may work well enough. But after age 65, the digestive system changes in ways many people are never taught. Stomach acid production often decreases. Digestive enzymes may become less efficient. The movement of food through the stomach and intestines can slow down. Nutrient absorption can become more difficult, especially when meals are very large. So when a 72-year-old person eats the same large dinner they ate at 40, their body may not handle it the same way. Instead of steady energy, they may feel bloated, sleepy, heavy, or inflamed. Instead of building muscle, they may miss important nutrients because the body cannot process that large load efficiently. Think of your digestive system after 70 like a smaller engine. It does not necessarily need less nutrition. In fact, older adults often need more high-quality protein and more nutrient density. But the fuel needs to arrive in smaller, better-timed portions. That is why many seniors do better with 4 or 5 smaller meals spread throughout the day rather than 2 or 3 heavy meals. This approach can support steadier blood sugar, better protein use, less bloating, and more consistent energy. I remember a patient I will call Margaret. She was 74 and came to my office exhausted. Every evening after dinner, she felt bloated, sleepy, and uncomfortable. She was convinced something serious was wrong with her stomach. But when we looked carefully at her routine, the problem became clear. She had a tiny breakfast, skipped or barely ate lunch, and then ate one very large dinner because she was hungry by evening. That pattern is extremely common, but it can be very hard on an aging body. We changed her routine. Instead of one heavy evening meal, she ate 5 smaller portions throughout the day. Each meal included protein, fiber, and a small amount of healthy fat. Within a few weeks, her bloating improved. Within 2 months, she told me, "Doctor, I feel like I got 10 years of energy back." Here is the practical rule. Aim to eat every 3 to 4 hours while you are awake. Do not graze on sugar or processed snacks. Choose small, balanced meals. Include protein each time because after age 70, the muscles become less responsive to protein. This is called anabolic resistance. In simple language, your body needs a stronger signal to maintain muscle. Good protein choices include eggs, fish, chicken, tofu, Greek yogurt, beans, and lean meats. Add healthy fats such as olive oil, avocado, nuts, or seeds, because these help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins that support bones, immunity, and brain health. Number 6, taking long, hot showers every day. I know this one may be difficult to accept. A hot shower feels relaxing. It feels comforting. For many people, it is one of the most peaceful parts of the day, but after 65, the skin and circulation do not respond to heat the same way they once did. As we age, the skin produces less natural oil. The protective barrier becomes thinner. The skin loses water more easily. Long exposure to hot water strips away the remaining oils and can leave the skin dry, itchy, cracked, and vulnerable. This is not only a cosmetic problem. Your skin is part of your immune defense. When the skin barrier is damaged, irritation and infection become more likely. Many older adults spend years treating dry skin with creams, but never realize the daily hot shower is one of the biggest causes. There is another concern: blood pressure. Hot water causes blood vessels to widen. That can lead to a sudden drop in blood pressure, especially when you step out of the shower. For an older adult, this can cause dizziness, weakness, or even a fall. And falls in the bathroom are among the most dangerous accidents for seniors. So what should you do? Keep the water warm, not hot. Limit showers to about 8 minutes or less. Use gentle soap only where needed instead of scrubbing the entire body with harsh cleansers every day. After showering, apply a ceramide-rich moisturizer while the skin is still slightly damp. And if your doctor says it is safe for you, consider ending with 20 to 30 seconds of cooler water. You do not need ice-cold water. Just a gentle, cool finish can help wake up circulation and reduce that heavy, overheated feeling. Number 5, avoiding resistance training because your joints hurt. This is one of the most damaging myths I see in older adults. Many people believe that if their knees hurt, their hips ache, or their back feels stiff, they should avoid strength training. They think rest is safer. They think exercise will wear the joints down. But in many cases, the opposite is true. Your muscles protect your joints. When muscles weaken, joints carry more stress, not less. Weak thighs make the knees suffer. Weak glutes make the hips and lower back work harder. Weak back muscles affect posture, balance, and walking. After age 65, muscle loss accelerates unless you actively work against it. This age-related muscle loss is called sarcopenia. Without resistance training, older adults can lose strength year after year until simple tasks become difficult. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or catching yourself before a fall. The good news is that muscle can improve at almost any age. I have seen people in their late 70s and 80s regain strength, balance, and confidence with very gentle programs. Let me tell you about a patient I will call Harold. He was 81 and believed his body was simply falling apart. His knees hurt, so he stopped walking. Because he stopped walking, his legs became weaker. Because his legs became weaker, his knees hurt even more. It became a painful cycle. We did not send him to a gym. We did not put heavy weights in his hands. We started with seated resistance exercises using light bands, twice a week, about 20 minutes each session. He worked on his thighs, hips, back, and arms. 4 months later, Harold was walking a mile most mornings. He told me, "I have not felt this free in 15 years. If you are new to strength training, start small. Sit-to-stand exercises from a chair, wall push-ups, resistance bands, gentle heel raises, and slow marching in place can all be useful. The goal is not to become a bodybuilder. The goal is to keep the strength required for independence." Here is an important tip. Eat a protein-rich meal after resistance training, ideally within about an hour. After exercise, your muscles are more receptive to amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. For older adults dealing with anabolic resistance, timing matters. Number 4, relying only on reading glasses and ignoring vision training. Most people accept weaker near vision as a normal part of aging. They buy stronger reading glasses every few years and assume there is nothing else to do. Reading glasses are helpful and many people need them, but vision is not only about the glasses on your face, it is also about the muscles of the eyes, the brain's processing speed, contrast sensitivity, lighting, and nutrition. The small muscles that help the eyes shift focus can become less flexible with age. The brain may also process visual information more slowly. After 70, many people have more difficulty seeing objects clearly in dim light or separating objects from the background. This is one reason falls often happen in hallways, bathrooms, and bedrooms at night. Simple vision habits may help support visual function. One exercise is near-far focusing. Hold a finger or pen about 10 inches from your face, focus on it for a few seconds, then look at something across the room or outside a window. Repeat gently for a few minutes. Do not strain. Do not push through pain. This is not a replacement for eye care, but it can remind the visual system to keep working. Nutrition also matters. Lutein and zeaxanthin found in foods like spinach, kale, egg yolks, and other colorful vegetables support the retina. Zinc and vitamin A are also important for eye health. And do not forget lighting. A brighter reading lamp, night lights in hallways, and removing floor clutter can reduce fall risk immediately. If your vision changes suddenly, if you see flashing lights, new floaters, a dark curtain, eye pain, or sudden blurriness, do not wait. See an eye doctor urgently. And if this channel has ever given you information that made you think, why didn't anyone explain this to me before? Please tap the like button and subscribe. It helps this message reach more older adults who need practical health guidance. Number 3, sleeping more than 9 hours or relying on sleep aids regularly. This one surprises many people because sleep is healing. And yes, good sleep is essential for memory, immune function, hormones, mood, and recovery. But more time in bed does not always mean better sleep. For many older adults, sleeping 9 or 10 hours is not a sign of deep restoration. It may be a sign of fragmented sleep, poor sleep quality, medication side effects, depression, sleep apnea, or an irregular daily rhythm. The brain has a cleaning system that becomes especially active during deep sleep. This system helps clear waste products that build up during the day, but it works best when sleep is deep and well organized. Spending extra hours in bed while waking repeatedly may not give the brain the same benefit. This is why the goal is not simply sleep as long as possible. The goal is 7 to 8 hours of high-quality, consistent sleep for most adults, unless your personal medical situation requires something different. Sleep aids deserve special caution. Many over-the-counter sleep products contain antihistamine-type ingredients that can cause next-day grogginess, confusion, dry mouth, constipation, urinary problems, and memory concerns in older adults. Some people take them for years because they are sold without a prescription, but over-the-counter does not always mean harmless. I had a patient I will call Dorothy. She was 78 and slept almost 10 hours a night, but she woke up exhausted and mentally foggy. She had been taking a common sleep aid for several years. We worked with her carefully, adjusted her routine, improved her sleep environment, and helped her move away from regular use under medical guidance. Over the next few months, her daytime clarity improved. She said, "It feels like the fog is finally lifting. If sleep is difficult, start with rhythm. Wake up at the same time every day. Get morning light. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for the final hour before bed. Limit late caffeine and alcohol. Create a wind-down routine that tells the brain the day is ending. Some people benefit from magnesium glycinate, chamomile tea, or relaxation breathing, but always check with your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you take medications or have kidney disease, heart rhythm problems, or other medical conditions." Number 2, drinking less water because you do not feel thirsty. This may be one of the most overlooked problems in senior health. Many older adults say, "I'm not thirsty, so I must be fine." But after age 70, thirst is not always a reliable signal. The part of the brain that regulates thirst can become less sensitive with age. That means you may be mildly dehydrated without feeling thirsty at all. Mild dehydration can affect energy, memory, concentration, balance, constipation, urinary tract health, kidney function, and medication levels in the blood. This is especially important because many older adults take medications that require proper hydration. When fluid intake is too low, some medications can become more concentrated in the body, increasing the risk of side effects. Dehydration can also mimic or worsen confusion. In many seniors, a urinary tract infection or fluid imbalance can cause sudden changes in thinking, mood, or behavior. Families may think dementia is suddenly worse when the body is actually dealing with a treatable problem. A practical target for many seniors is 6 to 8 cups of fluid per day, but this must be individualized. Some people with heart failure, kidney disease, liver disease, or certain medications may need a specific fluid plan from their doctor. For most healthy older adults, the best strategy is steady hydration throughout the day. Keep a water bottle visible. Drink a glass when you wake up, one with each meal, one between meals, and one earlier in the evening. Do not drink most of your water right before bed, or you may increase nighttime bathroom trips. You can also hydrate with foods, cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, soups, leafy greens, and yogurt. If you sweat heavily or live in a hot climate, an electrolyte drink without added sugar may help, but use caution with salt if you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, or heart problems. And now we come to number 1, the morning habit I promised you. Number 1, sitting down within the first 30 minutes after waking. I know this sounds too simple to matter. You wake up, you make coffee, you sit at the table, you sit in your favorite chair, or you turn on the morning news. It feels normal. It feels harmless. For many retired adults, it becomes the most comfortable part of the day, but biologically, the first 30 to 45 minutes after waking are extremely important. Your body naturally releases a morning rise in cortisol. Many people think cortisol is only bad, but that is not true. In the right rhythm, morning cortisol helps wake the brain, mobilize energy, reduce morning stiffness, and prepare the muscles and cardiovascular system for the day. When you sit immediately after waking and stay still through that window, you may miss one of the most powerful natural signals your body gives you. The body is ready to move, but the chair tells it, the day is already over. For seniors, this matters because morning movement can influence blood sugar, joint stiffness, mood, circulation, balance, and sleep rhythm later that night. You do not need intense exercise, you do not need to sweat, you do not need a gym, you need gentle movement, a slow 10-minute walk, light stretching beside the bed, marching in place while holding a counter, gentle shoulder circles, heel raises, walking to the end of the driveway and back. The key is to move before the long sitting begins. I remember a patient I will call Robert. He was 77 and had been retired for 12 years. His routine was the same every morning: wake up, pour coffee, sit in the recliner, and watch the news for an hour. He told me he had no energy. His joints ached for the first 2 hours of the day. He felt mentally foggy until afternoon. We made only one change. For 21 days, before coffee, before the recliner, before television, he walked outside for 10 minutes within 15 minutes of waking. That was it. 3 weeks later, he called my office and said something I will never forget. "Doctor, it feels like someone turned a light back on inside me." His morning stiffness improved, his energy improved, his mood improved, even his fasting blood sugar began moving in the right direction. The secret was not only movement, it was movement plus morning light. When natural light reaches your eyes early in the day, it helps set your circadian rhythm. That can improve alertness during the day and support melatonin production at night. In simple terms, morning light tells your brain, this is daytime, so your body can better understand when it is time to sleep later. So tomorrow morning, try this. Before you sit for a long time, move for 10 minutes. Open the curtains. Step outside if it is safe. Stand near a bright window if the weather is bad. Let your body know the day has begun. Now let me bring everything together. This is not just about research. This is not just about numbers. This is about your life. It is about whether the next 10 years are spent shrinking into a chair, or whether you remain present, capable, independent, and fully alive in the rooms you walk into. I have seen older adults regain strength after believing weakness was permanent. I have seen people who could barely walk across a parking lot become daily walkers again. I have seen mental clarity improve when sleep, hydration, movement, and medication habits were corrected, not because of a miracle, but because the body was finally given better signals. Today, you learned 7 habits that may quietly harm seniors: eating 3 large meals instead of smaller balanced meals, taking long hot showers that dry the skin and affect blood pressure, avoiding resistance training because of joint pain, relying only on reading glasses while ignoring eye habits, nutrition, and lighting, sleeping too long or using sleep aids too often, drinking too little water because thirst is weaker with age, and sitting immediately after waking instead of moving into the day. These changes cost very little. Most cost nothing. They do not require fancy equipment. They do not require a perfect body. They require awareness, consistency, and the decision to begin. Your body is not betraying you. In many cases, it is simply responding to the daily inputs it receives. Change the inputs, and you may be surprised by how much strength, clarity, and energy are still available to you. Of course, every person is different. If you have heart disease, kidney disease, diabetes, severe arthritis, balance problems, dizziness, or take prescription medications, talk with your healthcare professional before making major changes. Good advice becomes even better when it is personalized to your body. If this message reached you at the right time, please share it with someone you love. And if you are not subscribed yet, I invite you to join this community. We publish practical, research-informed health content for adults over 60 who refuse to believe that decline is inevitable. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and take one small step today. Drink a glass of water, take a short walk tomorrow morning, add protein to your next meal, turn the shower from hot to warm, do one gentle strength exercise. One small change, repeated daily, can become the beginning of a stronger, clearer, more independent life. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.